dawn of 23rd November 1926, while most of the Puttaparthi village in Andhra Pradesh was still slumbering, the rising sun was spreading in the sky joyous beams of molten gold, proclaiming the advent of a divine incarnation. Divinity had come down on earth in human form for the good of mankind. Nature around also seemed to rejoice and dance like spring blossoms in the sweet breeze of these happy tidings. Stringed instruments began spontaneously to twang, as though they were offering themselves to serve the Lord in his great mission for which he had come. A strange spectacle. Nagaraj of Puttaparthi, or the Snake King of this village of snakes, was swaying joyfully its raised hood over the newborn babe, as though to greet and welcome the Lord to its village. Who could gauge the blessedness of the child's father, Pedda Venkataraju, and the joy of Ishwaramma, whose family the Lord had sanctified? The babe was named Sathya. Sathya would shower compassion and love on the blind and the crippled, the fakirs and the sadhu. This rising tide of divinity refused to be confined to the narrow walls of the home or the school. Ishwaramma's maternal love, nor father's stern discipline could keep this god in chains. So, at the tender age of 14 years, Sathya left his parents, saying, "I am going. My devotees are calling. I cannot stay any longer." And his first ever message to mankind.
भजरे गुरु चरणम दुस्तर भव सागर तरणम मानस भजरे गुरु चरणम दुस्तर भव सागर तरणम मानस भजरे गुरु चरणम दुस्तर भव सागर तरणम
Devotees were often taken to a tamarind tree on the crest of a hillock close by. From this kalpataru, or the wish-fulfilling tree, Baba would pluck for them a variety of fruits. This divine valley of Puttaparthi. Initially, the place of Baba's meeting his devotees was a small compound or garden. But it had to be changed from time to time to accommodate the growing multitude of devotees whose number was increasing day by day. The new meeting place is called Prasanthi Nilayam. This is the mandir inside Prasanthi Nilayam. Prasanthi Nilayam in 1965. Baba will soon be unfurling Prasanthi flag. This Prasanthi flag is the flag of Swaraj, or self-rule, under which one enjoys true independence from slavery of wicked passions. Baba exhorts devotees to hoist this Prasanthi flag in the temple of their own heart. The celebrations would be incomplete without a mention of Sai Gita. How fortunate and blessed is this animal. How proudly indeed she walks in all her majesty and golden glory on every auspicious occasion during the festivals as she leads the procession of devotees accompanying Baba. Baba is performing Abhishek, or giving a holy bath of vibhuti to a silver image of Shirdi Sai Baba. In this divine act, Baba materializes a continuous flow of vibhuti from an empty jar held before him till Shirdi Sai Baba's image becomes almost immersed in it. In the Brihad Upanishad, ash or vibhuti is equated with prosperity and one's spiritual splendor. As a talisman, it destroys danger and protects the one who takes this Sai ornaments of purity. It is a silent messenger of detachment and renunciation. Baba says, vibhuti is symbolic of reducing our desires to ashes. Seeing purity in all actions of others is wonderful to experience. Guru Poornima, an important festival. The Guru's grace alone helps the disciples' sadhana to fructify. The musical and dance programs, dramas, and other cultural performances arranged for the devotees' entertainment are a visual presentation of the spiritual message of our scriptures and holy books. Lord's mother, Ishwaramma, is watching the program intently. Devoted souls, he would give darshan of their Ishtadevata, or vision of their choicest deity. A growing phenomenon was that devotees would have their hands filled with vibhuti, or sweetly scented sacred ashes materialized for them by Baba. Baba says, vibhuti is also a constant reminder of evanescence of the body, which ultimately is reduced to a pot full of ash. It is named vibhuti since it endows one with prosperity. Bhasma, ashes, because it burns away all sins. It is known as raksha since it removes danger and is an armor against the machinations of evil spirits. This is how the vibhuti is praised in the Brihad Jabal Upanishad. What started as a small stream had now, in 1975, become an expanding river, flooding the whole village with pious men, seekers of truth, souls in search of peace, and also learned scholars and pundits of culture and spirituality. They also included cynics and doubting Thomases. Of them, it may be rightly said, more often than not, those who came to scoff remained to pray. Thus, Prasanthi Nilayam became a world center of pilgrimage, the hub of heavenly wheel of love. For devotees who cannot afford to come to the divine valley, Baba tours far-off places to give darshan and shower his grace. As divine message began spreading far and wide, Baba's mission too started unfolding, both in its content and coverage. Baba's spiritual tours cover far-off places. Baba sometimes likes to enter into the dense forests for a glimpse of untamed wild animals living in seclusion and moving about in peace. There is Pedda Venkataraju, Baba's father. What a great blessedness indeed for these animals that divinity itself comes to their remote abode and showers on them his grace. Baba in Badri Kedar in north. Delhi, Bombay, up to Kanyakumari in the south. Wherever Baba went, he used to raise a huge wave of spiritual awakening. Baba's mission found particular attention in places which are dense with rank materialism and humming with business and industrial activity. Devotees are giving their prayer letters to Baba. This is how we find Sri Sathya Sai's spiritual lighthouses set up in big cities. Sathya at Dharmakshetra in Bombay, Shivam in Hyderabad, and Sundaram in Madras. The yearning of devotees for Baba's darshan, vision of the divine, gave rise to the practice of celebrating the major holy days each year. This is celebration of the Navaratri. It signifies a 9-day-long battle between Shakti, or cosmic energy on one side, and Asura, or demonic powers playing havoc on earth on the other. This festival concludes on the 10th, or the Dashera day, amidst great rejoicing to celebrate the triumph of good over evil. The purpose of miracles, which are also called chamatkar, is to lead humanity to the ultimate reality, step by step. There are 4 steps: chamatkar, sanskar, paropkar, and sakshatkar. Therefore, chamatkar is not an exhibition, but a divine manifestation into a divine purpose. The discourses give direction to persons seeking elucidation and guidance on matters pertaining to spiritual sadhana and its goal. All these ceremonies are but a symbolic reminder to cast into fire all the lower instincts and impulses. Baba says, offer all bitterness in the sacred fire and emerge grand, great, and godly. Baba often comes down into the vast gathering of the devotees and sprinkles on them tirtha, or water sanctified by the yajna and pujas. On Mahashivratri day, this is Lingodbhav. Shivaling emerges out of Baba's body.
The ambitions of the Sathya Sai organization must be understand the truth, live in truth, and accept the truth. God is omnipresent. He is present everywhere. He is as an infinitesimal thing in all small things. He is an infinity in all large things. Thus, He is ruling and controlling the whole world.
There is only one caste of humanity. There is only one religion, religion of love. There is only one God. He is omnipresent. He is Sathya Sai.
As Baba's message spread in big and small places, devotees started organizing themselves for conducting their spiritual sadhana. Today, over 10,000 units of Sri Sathya Sai Seva organizations have spread in all the districts of India. Not only in India, they are widely spread in different countries abroad. Sathya Sai centers are in USA, United Kingdom, West Germany, Southeast Asian countries such as Japan, Hong Kong, Malaysia, Singapore, Sri Lanka, Fiji, Australia. Sathya Sai Organization is a spiritual organization and not religious. Every year, office bearers of 10,000 units of Sai organizations in India meet in an all-India conference, and once in 4 years, office bearers of world units meet in a world conference and frame rules and regulations for the conduct of Sathya Sai Seva Organization and plan their activities for the welfare of mankind. Its emblem has symbols of all great religions. This Sarva Dharma Aikya Prema Stoop majestically stands in the divine valley of Prasanthi Nilayam, embodying the teachings of Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba.
सौख्य अपार सुमर मनुआ सुमर रे पंच तत्व सुविचार विठला हरि विठला विठला हरि विठला विठला हरि विठला विठला हरि विठला.
These organizations carry on activities to fulfill 3 major objectives: spiritual, educational, and service to humanity. The spiritual activities of the organization include Nagara Sankirtan, bhajans, meditation, and study classes. Baba says, bhojan for the body and bhajan for the mind. Be regular in both, yet both be pure and sincere. Second is study class.
So Bhagavan says, I have my own definition of devotion. I expect those who are devoted to me to treat joy and grief, gain and loss with equal fortitude, and what is more, to share in the joy of others. So then the question is, what are the steps by which we develop this devotion? So Baba says that individual who has the quality of jealousy is the most untouchable person, because that quality is closely linked up with his ego. Understand? Any other question?
What is Sai's religion?
That religion which feeds and fosters all religions is the Sai religion. There is no separate Sai cult. The Sai spiritual message is to knit together the whole mankind into one community. Understand? Any other question?
Third is meditation. Bhagavan Baba gives us the inner significance of meditation and how to practice it.
కనుక మొట్టమొదట మనం కూర్చొని ఈ మంకీ మైండ్ ను ఒక వాచ్మాన్ పని ఇవ్వాలి, ఇక్కడ పెట్టాలి.
So we must sit in dhyana and we must give the duty of a watchman to the monkey, namely the mind.
ఎవరు లోపల పోతున్నారు, ఎవరు బయట వస్తున్నారు. సో లోపల పోతున్నాడు, హమ్ బయట వస్తున్నాడు. కనుక పోయేటువంటి వాడు సో, వచ్చేటువంటి వాడు హమ్.
If we entrust the duty of a watchman to the mind, and this monkey sits there at the tip of the nose and goes on watching, the breath that goes in is so, and the breath that comes out is hum. This process goes on, so hum, and the monkey is kept busy watching this coming in and going out.
ఈ విధంగా చేసిన తర్వాత 5 నిమిషాలు అయిన తర్వాత నీకు ప్రీతి అయినటువంటి ఒక చిత్రాన్ని నీవు ముందు పెట్టుకో.
After keeping the mind busy for 5 minutes like this, have a picture which is dear to your heart.
లేక ఒక జ్యోతిని నీవు ఎదురుగా పెట్టుకో.
Or have a flame in front of you.
ఆ జ్యోతిని నీవు కన్నులు తెరిచి చక్కగా చూడు.
Look at that flame with your eyes wide open.
ఏ యొక్క జ్యోతిని నీవు బహిర్ముఖమైనటువంటి జగత్తులో నువ్వు చూస్తువో దానిని క్రమక్రమేణా కన్నులు మూసుకొని ఆ జ్యోతి నీలో ప్రవేశించినట్టుగా ఇమేజ్ చేయి.
Imagine that flame which you have beheld with your eyes wide open. After closing the eyes, you imagine that that flame is kindled within you.
కేవలము అక్కడ కూడా నువ్వు మనస్సుకు ఒక తీవ్రమైన పని పెట్టాలి.
There also the mind must be given a busy activity. We must make the mind bring that flame and deposit that flame within the recesses of our heart.
అక్కడ హృదయ కమలం లోపల జ్యోతి వెలుగుతున్నట్టుగా చింతించాలి.
In the lotus of the heart, we must imagine that this flame is ablaze.
కనుక నీ యొక్క జ్యోతి నీ కన్నుల్లో పోయి చేరినది కనుక బ్యాడ్ దృష్టి ఉండకూడదు. ఎందుకంటే తమసోమా జ్యోతిర్గమయ, ఎక్కడ జ్యోతి ఉంటుంటారో అక్కడ చీకటి ఉండదు.
Because the flame is burning bright in the eyes, there should be no darkness. Therefore, you should not look at bad objects. Because the flame has joined your ears, you should not hear anything that is
ఆ
bad.
జ్యోతి నీ యొక్క నాలుక పైన రావడం చేత అక్కడ చెడ్డ మాటలు మాట్లాడడానికి అవకాశం ఉండదు.
Because the flame is burning bright on your tongue, there is no scope to utter
నీ
bad words.
పాదముల్లో ఈ జ్యోతి చేరటం వల్ల చెడ్డ ప్రదేశానికి ఇది ప్రయాణం చేయడానికి ఏమాత్రం అంగీకరించదు.
Because this flame is bright in your limbs, your feet should not go to bad places. Because the flame is there in the arms, your hands do not undertake any bad work.
కనుక ఈ ఏక జ్యోతిని అనేక విధములైనటువంటి యొక్క ప్రయాణములు సలిపి సర్వత్రా ఉన్నటువంటి యొక్క పరమాత్మ జ్యోతి, పరబ్రహ్మ జ్యోతి ఒక్కటే అనేటువంటి యొక్క సత్యాన్ని మనము గుర్తించుకోవటంలో ఈ ధ్యానం అనేటువంటిది ఎంతైనా మనకు సహాయకారిగా ఉంటుంది.
Then you must realize that this same flame is burning bright in your neighbors, in the people of your locality, in your friends and relations. At a later stage, you must prove that you are able to realize that this flame is burning bright even in your enemies.
Fourth is Sai literature. Magazines in all languages available all over the world. The Other main program under service activities of the organization include service to the poor, the ailing, and the physically handicapped. A significant feature of Sai Seva is that one can participate in it in whatever field of activity one may be engaged in or wherever one may be residing. Doctors, technicians, economists, literary men, persons conversant with Shastra, philosophy and spirituality, all of them can play an important role in Sri Sathya Sai's service activities. Baba says, though social service is holy, unless it is merged with higher ideal of realizing the divinity within all beings, these service activities do not bring the bliss. Sathya Sai organizations conduct regular training courses to equip young men and women for social service. These trained Sai Sevaks are then assigned Seva service activities such as feeding the poor, organizing blood donation camps, conducting medical checkups, Shamadan, clearing slums, hospital visits to keep company to poor patients, and providing first aid. These Sai Sevaks, who belong to all castes, colors and creeds, work in cyclone and famine-affected areas also. To the workers of Sri Sathya Sai Seva organizations, who are professionals, whether doctors or lawyers, teachers or students, Baba advises them not to participate in what we call strikes. Baba has a soft corner for the lowly and the lost. There are Sathya Sai centers in prisons, remand homes and reformatory schools. How many parents can rightly claim to be fostering children's personality? Parents expect their children to know personal cleanliness, physical fitness, discipline in behavior at home and outside, develop values such as truth, honesty, and service to the needy. But they see frustration as present education system does not cater to this vital need.
Sister Anita will tell a story.
I am going you to tell a small story about Prema and the rain cloud. Once upon a time, there were three sisters. They lived near a river with their old father. The two elder sisters were cruel and ugly. Now, on the other side of the bank lived a prince with his elder sister. He was very handsome, but no one could see him. Sai
Regard your mother as God. Regard your father as God. Regard your teacher as God. Regard your guest as God.
మొట్టమొదటి follow the master. Father a master. రెండవ ఎప్పు face the devil. మూడవ ఎప్పు fight to the end. ఇంకా నాలుగో ఎప్పు finish the game. దీనిని పురస్కరించుకొని do good, be good and see good. This is the way to God. Happiness is union with God. And కనుక మనం నిరంతరము హ్యాపీగా ఉండటం అనేటువంటిది start the day with love, fill the day with love, spend the day with love, end the day with love. This is the way to God. Ram 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 Shri Ram 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 Ram. సత్యసాయి బాల వికాస్ అధ్యాపకులకు అట్టి ట్రైనింగ్ ది ఎండ్ ఆఫ్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఈజ్ క్యారెక్టర్, ది ఎండ్ ఆఫ్ విజ్డమ్ ఈజ్ ఫ్రీడమ్ అనేటువంటి సత్యాన్ని కూడా నువ్వు గుర్తించడం అత్యవసరము. దెర్ ఈజ్ ఓన్లీ వన్ కాస్ట్ ఆఫ్ హ్యుమానిటీ. దెర్ ఈజ్ ఓన్లీ వన్ రిలిజన్ ఆఫ్ లవ్. ఈ రెండింటినీ రెండు నేత్రములుగా మీరు పెట్టుకోండి, తప్పక జగత్తంతా ఇప్పుడు ఒక గృహంగా తయారవుతుంది.
The Central Trust is anxious that all the Bal Vikas programs be conducted efficiently. So the Central Trust has made some arrangements for supplying films.
Sathya Sai Organization, under divine guidance of Sai Baba, has an educational program called Bal Vikas classes to supplement education. Education without character building has no value. The seeds of moral education should be sown at a tender age. This is done in the Bal Vikas classes of children in the age group of 6 to 10, so that a wholesome, illuminated personality blossoms as the child grows up into adulthood. Order and discipline are inculcated at an early age. Bal Vikas course teaches the young to perform duty with discipline and devotion. These little things, these little things count much for mental discipline.
Yogita, have you done your prayers or meditation, jap? If you bow down to elders and if you offer food to God before taking it, then you have to fill in the diary by writing Om in the column near it.
Prayer steadies the mind. These invocations elevate and uplift the mind and create an atmosphere of serenity. Jap. The course consists of prayers, bhajan,
Children, can you tell
moral stories, Baba has profound love for Bharatiya art and culture. He always extols them as the most effective media for sublimating and elevating man's mind, for purifying his heart, and for illuminating his intellect. Ishwarama High School as a living memory of Baba's illustrious mother. Baba is also planning to establish a university which will be open to the seekers of knowledge from all over the world. Bhagwan Baba's mission of Dharma Sthapana gives first and foremost stress on educational program. Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba has opened 3 colleges, especially for women. Here is the first college with hostel in Anantapur in Andhra Pradesh. It was opened by Sri V.V. Giri. Women's education is very close to Baba's heart. Baba says, women, custodians and preservers of Bharatiya culture. Baba says, the educational system of a country is the bank on which the nation draws a check whenever it requires strong, reliable, skilled workers. If it goes bankrupt, it is a national disaster. If the educational system is overhauled and redesigned, the next generation is assured of good leaders and, what is equally essential, good followers. The other two colleges for girls are at Jaipur in Rajasthan and Bhopal in Madhya Pradesh. Sri Sathya Sai Arts and Science College for boys has been established in Whitefield near Bangalore with a well-planned hostel where Baba himself is taking close and personal interest in developing the youth to fulfill his divine mission of spiritual, social and economic order based on dharma. The spiritual museum, Prajnana Pradarshan, is attached to Sri Sathya Sai College, Whitefield, Bangalore. The museum stands as a motivating force for even skeptics to realize that spiritual upliftment is as essential as the mundane advancement. Baba has special love and consideration for the youth of the country, for they are citizens of tomorrow. With a view to foster fundamental values in them, Baba has been conducting summer courses in Indian culture and spirituality to develop the students in 4 directions: intellectually, morally, religiously, and spiritually. Over 1,000 college students with teachers are drawn from different colleges from each state who attend the course for 1 month every year. There are observers to this course from different foreign countries. Gokulam in Prasanthi Nilayam and also Vrindavan. Under the divine guidance of Baba, the activities are directed towards bettering social structure, for which the Sathya Sai Central Trust, a public charitable trust, is established by Baba, which is approved under rural development schemes by Government of India. To help weaker sections, houses are provided to Harijans. Vocational training schools and technical schools for children of backward and slum areas are established in different states. Recently, Baba had a mosque built on Ramzan Day. On Ramzan Day, Baba told a gathering of Muslims that fasting entailed not merely abstaining from food and water, but cultivation of the more important ability to refrain from violence, falsehood, anger, and envy. Baba himself performs mass marriages and thread ceremonies. The money so saved is used for food and clothing for the poor.
Sai Mata Annapurneshwari Vaishnava Janato Tene Kariye Jo Pira Parai Jane Dayavillada Dharma Yavudaya Dayave Dharmada Moholavaya Dayave Dharmada Moholavaya దయగలిగిన హృదయము సత్య సాయి మందిరము దయగలిగిన హృదయము సత్య సాయి మందిరము আগুনে পরশ মনে ছোঁয়াও প্রাণে এ জীবন পূর্ণ করো দণ্ডনে உள்ளோருக்கும் எல்லாருக்கும் எல்லோருக்கும் தாயே உள்ளோருக்கும் எல்லாருக்கும் எல்லோருக்கும் தாயே உதவியளிக்கும் தாயே உதவியளிக்கும் தாயே
Baba wrote a letter on 25th of May, 1947. And what Baba said 30 years ago has come true. We have just seen a glimpse of his divine mission, Baba's offering in the cause of humanity. Baba tells us that the task of everyone is to do the duty that has come upon him with full sense of responsibility to the utmost of his capacity. There should be complete coordination between what one feels, says, and does. Work, Baba says, is the best form of worship. Baba says, I am exhorting the youth of this country to participate eagerly in various acts of service to the poor and the disabled. In the colleges I have established, I insist that students should progress not merely in academic scholarship, but more in social service and in developing skills which will make them useful to the community. Hard work and selfless service. These two alone can fill the world with joy. Service to human community is the best offering you can make to Sovereign Lord. India was for centuries teaching the world the ideals of unity, peace, and tolerance. Once again, she has to take lead in this spiritual revolution.